All right, everybody, my name's Charlie. I'm one of the golf professionals here at Isla. Today, I'm going to be going over how to properly hit a golf ball whenever you're on this waist area near the greens. I know a lot of people have been struggling with it, asking me, Fred, and all of us questions on how to properly do it around the greens. So today, I'm going to kind of go through the motions on how I like to do it, and hopefully help you guys around the greens. The first thing I'm going to do is kind of show what most people do wrong with it. A lot of people get the wrong idea. They try and hit these shots kind of like a bump and run. So what I mean by that is they put the ball back in their stance very far, and your hands are in front of the golf ball here. So if the ball was right here, your hands are kind of in front of it here. And I think that's kind of the wrong way to do it off of this stuff, because that's whenever you get those thin ones, and then sometimes you can kind of dig in and kind of chunk the ball where the club just kind of scoops under it with your wedge. So I'm going to kind of demonstrate the wrong way to do it, and then we're going to go over the correct way to do it. So here, this is me trying to kind of bump and run it. So my hands are kind of far in front, and then here, and then I see that. I'm finished really short here, and now I'm going to kind of go over the correct way to do it. So the way I like to play these, it's a really tricky shot, and it's kind of hard to practice because there's not a lot of places to practice it until you get in that situation on the golf course. I think the easiest way to do it is grab a wedge that you're comfortable with. It doesn't really have to be a sand wedge. It can be a gap wedge, a lob wedge, or anything you're kind of comfortable with around the greens. And I like to play the ball a little more middle of my stance, and I know a lot of people get a little uncomfortable about opening up the club face around the greens, but this is something that's going to help you get the club to kind of bounce off of this awkward ground that we're hitting off of. If you can see here, if I open my club face up just a little bit here, my club is just going to bounce off of it really nicely, right? So whenever I play these shots, you guys saw whenever I did it wrong, I finished really low. So I finished with the club kind of at my knees and below my waist. On these shots, what I really want you to focus on is having the ball in the middle of your stance, making sure that you hit the ground with it with the club face just a hair open, and then finish up above your waist, even up at your chest. It's going to help you keep the speed up and get that club under the ball. And all we're trying to do is get this ball on the green anywhere near the hole, and we're happy with it. So I'm here, the ball is in the middle of my stance, my club face is just a hair open here, and I'm going to really focus on just letting the club bounce off the ground and finish up nice and high here. So I'm here, and then I finish up nice and high. I'd be happy with that every time. So now I'm going to kind of go over a way you can do it. If you're a little bit higher of a handicap and you're not really comfy with a wedge around the greens, this is something that's really simple just to kind of get the ball back in play. Even if you don't hit it next to the hole every time, this is something you can kind of get the ball on the green, or if you're in this stuff around the fairways, you can just get the ball back in play. So if you take out kind of like a rescue club, here I have my 5 hybrid. I'm just kind of going to play this like a putt. So I'm going to choke down on the club a little bit. So I have like an inch or two of the grip behind my hands here. I choke down about an inch or two, play the ball in the middle of my stance, then I'm just really playing this like a putt, right? Just something real simple for me to get the ball back in play. I think if we can simplify this shot, if you're not comfy with using a wedge, it's a great way to do it, just to get you back in play. Just like that. And making more pars. Thank you, everybody. If you have any questions, feel free to ask myself, Fred, or any of the other golf professionals in the pro shop. Have a great day.